Ian, breaking news the past couple days.
Big news.
So with COVID, obviously everything's been wrecked in terms of theatrical movie releases and things getting pushed back. Wonder Woman got pushed back 3 times. James Bond got pushed back a whole, I think, year and a month. I think it's like April now it's going to come out. So this is a wash. Black Widow got pushed out. There's been almost no new movies in theaters that have come out.
When is Wonder Woman 84 supposed to come out?
Now it's Christmas. Like it's December. It's coming out.
Okay.
And it's coming out on HBO Max, which is now taking a swing as the new plucky streaming service, which now is a big chance to be like number 1 or 2 after these news. So this is the news. Warner Brothers will release its entire 2021 slate of films on HBO Max the same day they hit theaters, including Dune, Matrix 4, the new Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, which I think has been delayed because of this, The Suicide Squad, Tom and Jerry, many more. So this is the moment we talked about for years. This could potentially happen. And with COVID, it's like, well, you might as well try now, right? You might as well try to stream these new movies at home that come out, because when else are you going to try it, because people can't go to theaters? Unprecedented, this sort of hybrid theater and streaming model. Because obviously in the other parts of the world where were smart about this, there are a lot of parts of the world will be able to be back in theaters by the spring, and by now they are. We can't probably until at least the summer, probably. So this is the game changer. This is the industry disruptor. There it is. This is an actual one.
Yeah, we saw some inclination towards this earlier in the year when
Bloodshot was the first one. That awful Vin Diesel movie was the first one. It's like, oh, we're gonna put it out in theaters. Now the week later, we're gonna put it out.
Then Universal released a couple movies to streaming. Trolls. They also, I believe, they did Invisible Man and a couple others.
That pissed off theater chains.
Pissed off AMC, and AMC pouted about it and said that they weren't going to show any more Universal movies, and then realized that they're not holding the fucking. They're not in control here. They don't have the power in this situation. So Christopher Nolan, who's many of his movies I've enjoyed.
You're gonna go to Christopher Nolan already? I want to talk about the impact that this might have first. So you want to talk about Christopher Nolan? Okay.
Well, it was just it's the start of the article. Yeah. You can talk about the impact. We can bring up Christopher Nolan later, I suppose.
I was just gonna say, these are real movies. Like, these are movies with $100 million budgets, $150 million. These are not just Netflix movies. That, yes, a Netflix movie can have a big budget, but most of them are smaller, almost independent or drama stuff, or they're not big superhero movies coming out on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. Or even Apple TV. I saw a couple things. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like the Tom Hanks sort of World War II movie Apple TV put out. But this is like not Matrix 4. If that came out in theater, would be seen by everyone. Like, especially with Keanu Reeves being as popular as he's ever been nowadays. Like, Matrix 4 is going to be seen by everyone. So I'm not saying that these are going to be free. These are probably not going to be free movies to see.
No, they're absolutely not free. There's going to be a charge.
But I will pay now to watch these movies. Like, I will tell you, I will get HBO Max. If there's an entrance fee just to get HBO Max, and then maybe a nominal fee on top, I'll pay the $8 a month, and then whatever it is, $15 for the movie or 15. I will do this for some of these movies. I'm interested in seeing the Suicide Squad. I'm actually interested in seeing a better version of Suicide Squad with John Cena running around as a crazy Captain America type. I'm actually interested in seeing that, for example. I'm interested in seeing Matrix 4 because Matrix 3 was horrible. I want to see like a better conclusion of that.
It's interesting how people's brains work. The last one I saw was awful, so I'm really interested in seeing this next one.
Well, I want to see like,
I have no interest in Matrix 4.
You really don't?
No.
Okay. First one was brilliant. 2 was kind of okay. 3 fell off the truck there.
But Dune could be interesting. And to what you had said, the stuff that I had mentioned that had been released to streaming services for a charge earlier this year, even stuff like Trolls and Invisible Man, they're not the same caliber of movies as something like Dune, which would have been a tentpole movie. Release for theaters in 2021.
Sure, that'd be like number 1 that weekend probably for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
like,
that would be a very big release, and like you said,
Trolls would be a big release, but it wouldn't make what Matrix 4 would make.
Sure,
would have meant like $1 billion potentially worldwide, something like that.
So Christopher Nolan's being a crybaby about this. I mean, no surprise coming from the guy who delayed Tenet 3 times because he said it absolutely must be seen in theaters. Look, I get it. Look, you're an artist. You want your stuff to be seen in the
way you intended.
The way you intended. But we're dealing with a pandemic, and you can't always have your way, you big whiny baby. He went on to say that...
by the way, it was a disaster theatrically because no one could see it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They came out, so they lost money by putting it. So, like, you should have delayed it. I mean, you should have just delayed it.
Well, or after delaying it 3 times, you maybe wanted to just look at the reality of the situation and been like, okay, we've got to release this because I'm not the only person whose finances are hanging in the balance on this. He called the move to what Warner Brothers is doing very, very, very messy, a real bait and switch for everyone involved in the films, who said deserved to be consulted and spoken to about what's going to happen with their work, and then said that,
well, they're not funding it.
Right.
The directors aren't funding it. The studios are, so they got to make their money. Like, it would be nice to get their buy-in. It's like, hey, are you okay with this? But they don't have, like, we got to make our money back, or we're not going to be able to make movies ever again.
Some of our industry's biggest filmmakers and most important movie stars went to bed the night before thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio and woke up to find out they were working for the worst streaming service. Oh my God!
Come on, Nolan.
Shove this maudlin bullshit up your ass. Come on, Nolan. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You're a genius filmmaker, but come on, man. Look at what's going on right now. Come on, the worst streaming service.
People are fucking dying.
People want to be entertained still. And listen, this is what I'm going to say.
They want to see your movies. It's not the
people want to. Trust me, I want to go to a movie theater again. I want to. If movie theaters come back and we're safe, I will be in a movie theater again. I don't think this is the death knell for theaters. I don't, because I have a 55-inch TV. I still want to see a big TV and awesome surround sound.
Sure,
you can't get that in most people's houses. Like, the people, I have my own personal theater in my basement. Congratulations, you're 1% of people. Like, I can pull that off. Like, I have a pretty good sound setup, Ian. A big subwoofer. It sounds pretty good. I still want to go to the theater to see, Avengers: Infinity War. I don't want to see it in my house. I want to see it in the theater.
Sure.
I don't think that's ever going to go away. People still need a date night. They want to get out of the house. They want to get popcorn. Like, that will not go away. I'd be shocked if that went away. I really do. It obviously it kills for the movie theater chains right now. Absolutely. What can you do? But every other business is hurting. Restaurants are hurting. Small retail businesses are going under. What was the percentage? They're going under, like 25% of small businesses are going under this year. It's insane. So, like, everyone's hurting right now. Theaters, I think, will come back. So I understand, Chris. Can I call you Chris, Mr. Nolan? That Tenet was going to be the big film of the summer, like the big film. Everyone was hyped for that, for the trailers earlier the year before the pandemic got worse. And it sucks. It sucks for everyone. Yeah. Relax, dude. You're a film director. You're not some kid who is last year, you want to play the NCAA tournament. Last time you can play basketball in front of an audience. You can't do it, kid. Sorry. That's a kid I feel sorry for. That's the person I feel sorry for, like the people like that. The student athletes that, well, fuck it, you can't do it.
You can still make movies, Chris.
You can still make movies, Chris. We're still going to watch them. You're okay, buddy. It's not the end of the world. Just because people want to see Wonder Woman, around Christmas time versus being in a theater. We're going to get through it, buddy. I wonder what Zack Snyder thinks now. Oh, he probably loves it because he got the funding to do. Oh no, Zack Snyder is actually ahead of the game instead of Chris Nolan. It comes, oh no, the world's upside down, Ian. Oh no, the world's upside down. It's Logan Paul and Jake Paul. It's
I don't need to choose a lesser of two evils. I can just not choose.
Oh man, it's really unfortunate. It's not the way to do business, and it's not the best thing for the health of our industry. The health of the industry is making movies and people paying to see them, and whatever way in fashion you can currently do them. So it's either this is what you got. Remember, in Europe, parts of the world, they still have theaters going. So like they'll still be watching Matrix 4, in China and in Japan and in Europe probably, and in Australia where the cases are not as bad. They'll still be doing that, all right? But when the theaters are back and people are going back to the movies, when the vaccine has been rolled out and there's an appropriate health response from the federal government, I'm very bullish on the long-term process of the industry. Yes, Chris. See? Silver lining. People love going to the movies, and they're going to get to go again. Well, there you go, Chris. Right now we can't. We're going to get back to there. I think what he was more pissed about was, I guess, the directors and people not being told up front. that, hey, this is what we're doing in your movies. I get that. I get that. But it's like, what do you want them to do? They don't need your buy-in. They don't. Directors have been paid. You did your work. You'll get some of the back end probably, but like, what do you want them to do? I want to see this James Bond movie so bad. Like, so badly, I want to see this James Bond movie. I want to see it. I understand pushing it back. I understand that. Something like that, I understand pushing that back. It's the last one with Daniel Craig. A James Bond movie is an event going to the theater. Like I understand that. So, and I do want to see Tenet, Chris. I do. I'm sure it's a great movie.